Hey, this is Jordan G. Welch, and you are tuned into DJ What? Boop. Hey, this is Jordan G. Welch, and you are tuned into DJ Miss Eclectic.
You're tuned into Good Vibes with Miss Eclectic right here on News and Talk WAOK. It's Odyssey Atlanta. As you can see, I have a very special guest this evening, award-winning, like a Stella Award nominated. The award winning is coming, because baby, that's coming. Billboard charting Jordan G. Welch. How are you doing?
I'm wonderful.
That's great to have you. I mean, you have been going viral. You are all over the place. Speaking of Stella Awards, you just had your first Stella Award appearance, right?
I did.
Yeah, and you the outfit. Tell us about the outfit, the experience.
It was so much. It was so much to take in, but because of great people like Joyce Sheffield and Sarah Busby and Miranda just being there to help me make the experience the most that I could, it wasn't like too much to consume.
That's good.
If I didn't have them, I'm not sure that I'd be able to tell you who I was, what day it is, where we are. It's a lot to take in. But I mean, Joyce is such a genius and a kind-hearted genius. She really made everything about my looks so like perfect. And she took my personality into consideration. Like, she just took all of the details and made everything what it could be. And that's important. You know, when people are really good at what they do, sometimes they really try to impose them onto you. And she's not like that. That's how good she is. She will take her genius and keep you, but also elevate you at the same time.
Ooh, I love that.
She's wonderful.
I love that. Creative and kind-hearted. Sometimes that's hard to find as a combination, right?
Yes.
It is.
Yes.
It is. And can you speak a little bit about a team? Because some people feel like they can do everything on their own, but sometimes it's hard to find that right team that's just for you.
Yes. Don't do the Stellars by yourself. Don't ever do the Stellars by yourself. Never do the Stellars by yourself. I needed a team to, first off, get the lay of the land for me. This is my first Stellars ever. I have never been in a space like this before. And so to go in and assume that I could figure it out, there's too much happening for you to figure it out on the fly. So having Sarah and the team there to just figure out the press, figure out where am I going to be walking? How high of a heel do you recommend?
That's good.
Because it's a walk, and it's a walk. And because it's Nashville, right, everything is like walkable, but not advised to walk because it's just so much stuff.
Yes.
But having that team really made me feel comfortable, right? Joyce brought her team to help with the styling and hair and makeup, and I had them helping with PR, and it just really made things more simple for me.
Yes.
Even though I could do it, it doesn't mean I should do it, because then I'd be too busy trying to put A and B together and I wouldn't be able to sleep. And that's important.
Yes, because when it's simple for you, then you're still able to have your creative notion. You're able to perform at your best, to show up as your best self, and that's hard sometimes, because especially as women, we think we can do it all, and we can technically, but how are you gonna look and how are you gonna feel after you do it all? That's the question, right?
I'm not coming to my destiny sleepy. You hear me? I'm not doing
that. I like it. And for those of you who are listening, who are tuned in, if you don't know what the Stella Awards are, I mean, you've been behind a rock, but it's the biggest night in gospel music. I'm just saying. Because it's a lifestyle show, so people from all walks. So I just want to throw that out there. So it's just such a beautiful experience. I mean, the first time I heard your music was literally on Apple Music playlist. I was getting dressed, and I heard "If He Dresses the Lilies." I said, "Hold on, angelic voice." It was everything.
Thank you.
Tell us about that moment and just about pure worship, because I'm noticing people are going back to pure worship, especially after the pandemic.
Most assuredly. So how much more was an add-on at the live recording? I had planned to do that really to help reinforce a message. Sometimes, you know, I do work in the corporate space, and I've learned you got to tell people what you're about to tell them, tell them, and then tell them what you told them. And so before we did How Much More, we did Beatitudes, and Beatitudes is a song of encouragement to help people feel, you know, important, validated. Your life is not in vain, even if you're going through the hard things. And so, you can hear that, but maybe you hear it differently through the lens of God's love in this way. And so How Much More was a reinforcement of the message to say, look, if something as small, simple, and delicate as a lily is important for him to dress in beauty, he cares about you that much more because you're actually made in his image. And so I wanted to reinforce the message in a more familiar way, and that's how much more came to be.
And everybody loves it.
We thank God.
Amen, right?
We thank God. We thank God.
So tell us about this choir rehearsal movement. I mean, it's all over YouTube. It's over all social media, actually. If you're scrolling, you're going to find it. But how did this come about? Because I know you are a creative.
Yes. So back in 2021, I did a conference with Jackie Hill Perry, and the partnership with Lifeway, they have, these breaks in between sessions just to get people going again. And rather than doing like jazzercise or something that's not relevant at all, Jackie called me and she said, how do you feel about teaching the audience a song? No brainer for me, because for ages, Pinky and the Brain's like, how are we going to take over the world? And me, it was, how do I turn 250 people into a choir? Yes. So, years later, 250 times 8, thousands of people, it's like, yes, of course I will. The challenge though was I'd never know who's in the room. I don't know who's a singer, who's not.
How do you know if they can sing?
I can't. I don't. And I only have 25 minutes to make it happen. Ooh. Yes. So that's a thrill for me because it's like, how do I take over the world?
Yes, competition.
Yes.
Check. Yeah, I'm with you.
Yes, I'm going to do this. But it would be such a thrilling experience because everybody's involved now. Mm-hmm. It's not just those who are good at it. And when people see the possibility of non-singers and singers coming together in a more intentional way, not just everybody singing, we are the champions, right? No, of course you're going to join in on that.
Everybody knows that.
But if I teach you harmony and you see and hear it work, it's exhilarating in the room. And so people just start tapping into nostalgia when they were in choirs as children, or just being able to see the camaraderie across the entire room. It is an experience that I love wholeheartedly, but it's for everybody, not just for singers.
I love that it's for everybody. And also, I feel like it's for everybody, even those who are not per se Christians, because if they're watching on television, they can say, I might be able to hold that bow note in the shower, but now I'm singing about Jesus. Now I'm actually worshiping. I realize I'm worshiping because I thought it was a cool experience.
Yes.
So how do you feel about bridging that gap between the Christians and non-Christians, or those who worship and those who just don't know?
I love it because I'm an educator at heart. So I really care about people experiencing something that can be pointed back to in an educational manner too. So crazy enough, I've had non-believers comment on my music to say, I don't even believe, and I felt something here. Yep, cool. Let's talk about what you felt. Right. So I love that. But even in these experiences, it's at least give it a try. And if you can give this a try, then perhaps you can give the gospel a try, because what you just experienced is evidence of the gospel. We are all living. We are all able to share spaces, and you're in this space because of the greatest love story ever told. Yes. And so I'm really keen on embodying the gospel so that people can see, hey, you may have gone all the way to the left, but he's still here and did everything he did without reservation for you, even while you were over there. Yes. So I just want them to feel everybody. I just want everybody to feel the love. And that sounds so, cookie cutter and Candylandish. I get it, but it's so true. It's so true. And sometimes the gospel can be simple. Sometimes you can make it. Sometimes we try to over educate people. We try to condemn people. Sometimes it's just simple. It really is. It's just that simple. And I think that's what touches the masses, and that's what you are doing. So tell us about, but first, before I talk about the concert, I got to ask, how do you fuse your creativity, gospel worship? Like, what's that thought process when you're going in? First, the Bible. Yes. Right. I want my lyrics to make sense. Right. That's important. I want them to make sense. I also want them to inspire people to think, but not think so hard that they can't finish the song. But I want them to think in a sense of, this sounds like a scripture. This sounds familiar. Let me go to the word. And then I have a very, no pun intended, eclectic background. Yes. Right? I didn't just grow up in gospel music. I grew up with everything but hip hop and R&B. I didn't even know that existed until I was in 5th grade. Really? It was a time. I was so lost, and my classmates made sure I knew I was lost. Now you know that. How do you not I know this person?
Excuse me?
I just didn't know. But I had such an eclectic background in music as far as the different genres and different artists that I heard that I just want to express it. And I'm a contrarian at heart, and so I don't want to be like everybody else. I just want to make what I believe God is telling me to make, and then make it an experience.
I love it. You guys, what was that first hip hop song you heard? I gotta know though, because I gotta know I gotta know.
Juvenile.
Oh, we gotta go talk about what the name of the song was.
Oh my God! I was just what a time! What a time! It's like you've been in a world full of colors except for red, and suddenly red pops up. And it was like
bold.
Wow,
and it's bold.
Yes. What a shock.
Back to gospel music. So the worship culture tour.
Yes.
Let's talk about it in Atlanta.
Yes.
This Friday.
Yes. I'm so excited because we will be in the exact same place that the album was recorded.
Yes.
And that was such a special memory. It was on my birthday in 2024. And it was such, I say the word experience a lot, but I believe in experiences because you can point back to them. And so to be in the exact same place where I literally watched prayers be answered from beginning to end is just so special. And I want people to feel what it was like to be in that room when these songs were recorded, because you can hear on the album where we kept the room and where we kept the atmosphere active, right? So people could feel like they're there. Why don't you physically be there now this time? Because it'll be worth it.
Yes. So, it's an experience. How do people get tickets? How do we come? How do we show up?
I tried to keep it as simple as possible. Go to theworshipculturetour.com, right? No extra numbers or letters and none of that. Theworshipculturetour.com. You can get, a pass just for Friday, or you can get the full weekend experience, which I highly recommend, because we start with what we know. We know worship and music, and that's cool. But how would you feel if you realized that you were only using 10% of something that you really could be getting the full use of? That's where the rest of the weekend comes in. So yes, come, let's sing the songs, let's relive the room, let's do all the things on Friday, and just let our hair down so it's not worship competing with something else. Be in the room, give God everything, and then give him your intellect on Saturday, because he didn't create us just to feel. He created us to think too. And we are, I love to teach. We're going to walk through this thing so that you have no excuse but to be the worshiper he's looking for, because he didn't call singers to be worshipers. He called everybody.
Come on, it's a word. That's how you end, and it's a word, and that is a mic drop on Good Vibes. Boom. Jordan, tell everybody how we follow you. How do we continue to support you on all your endeavors? You've got a devotional. You've got a lot coming out. So how do we support you?
So much. Everywhere. So only thing I'm just not good at is TikTok. So just bear with me. But in the meantime, I just can't figure them out. Instagram, though, is my jam. And so follow me on Instagram at jordan.g.welch. YouTube is the same, Jordan G. Welch. Facebook is the same, although that's where my parents are, Jordan G. Welch. All the things. And even my website, jordangwelch.com. And you'll find even the tour stuff there, the book stuff there. Everything is there.
Yes.
Easy.
Jordan G. Welch right here on Good Vibes. Last question. How do you create that good vibe? How do you create it before you go on stage, before you go into these rooms, before you create these beautiful choirs out of singers and non-singers? How do you create it?
Prayer. Gotta pray, because it's not just me, and I'm not doing it in my own strength. God is the one who made the way. He brought me to the way, and he's leading me through the way. So I can't do it without him.
Hey, and it's a good vibe right here. Jordan G. Welch right here on Good Vibes with Miss Eclectic. Make sure you go out. The Worship Culture Tour. I'm excited about it. It's the fourth stop, right?
Yes, we're in the middle, right in the smack dab middle.
Atlanta. So make sure you are there, Atlanta. Make sure you show up and show out, because it's going to be an experience right here on Good Vibes and News and Talk. WAOK. It's Odyssey Atlanta. Boom, we're in. Excellent. Oh, thank you.
Hey, this is Jordan G. Welch, and you are tuned into DJ. What? Boop. Hey, this is Jordan G. Welch, and you are tuned in to DJ Miss Eclectic.
Good Vibe with Miss Eclectic.